everyone, and welcome to another session at TalentSprint. In today's session, we will be discussing the difference between two very commonly used verbs of speak and talk. Now, often we use these verbs interchangeably, but let me tell you, boys and girls, that is wrong. Talk and speak are both verbs that have to be used in very specific situations, and both these verbs cannot be used interchangeably. Let us start with the verb talk. Now, we usually know what is talking when two people are involved in a conversation, two or actually more than two people are involved in a conversation. Each of them is contributing to the dialogue, to the discussion that is happening. We use the verb talk there. Now, often what happens is that we often misunderstand and use the word speak here, which is incorrect. Let me give you some examples. Have you all seen Coffee with Karan? Yes, we have. The show itself is called a talk show, and Karan Johar there is called a talk show host. Any idea why do we call it a talk show and not a speak show? Why? Because Karan Johar talks with his guests there. It is a two-way dialogue that happens between his guests. He says something, and in return his guests might ask him a question or might simply respond to his question. Therefore, the word talk is used when there is an active dialogue between all the people who are present in the conversation. Now, let us come to the verb speak. Now, speak has a huge difference with talk in the sense that when you speak, the other people around are not involved. It is not a two-way dialogue. The other people are merely listening to what the speaker is saying. Therefore, if you notice from the word speak, we get the two words of speech and speaker. Why? Why is the speaker called a speaker? Because in that case, the speaker is only speaking and you and me as listeners are merely listening. That is why a person who speaks publicly is not called a talker, but he is called a speaker. And what he says is therefore called a speech. Looking at some of the best examples of great speakers in history, right from Napoleon to Hitler to Winston Churchill to so many of them. Now, all these people are called speakers because they speak and the audience, the gathering, merely listens to them, after which there may be a discussion, but that part is known as the speech. So here we have to get the clear-cut difference between talk and speak. Talk is when all the people who are there are involved in a dialogue. There is a communication happening both ways. Whereas in speak, there is just one person who is speaking and the others are merely listening. We hope that with this video, you will be able to understand the difference between talk and speak. Thank you.
How to improve your English in 1 month? Sounds like a secret formula, isn't it? Well, there is no secret formula to it. The only thing that you need to have is dedication, willpower, the right techniques, and a few basic things that if you follow on a daily basis, you will be able to. I'm going to talk about the art of saying no in interviews. It's quite hard, isn't it? We've prepared so hard, and if we encounter a situation where we may have to say no, how to do it effectively and correctly. Let's look at the first situation that you may face in an interview.